Hey RevWell TV, my name is Jerry. I have Mimi with me today, and we are going to be doing a RevX strength workout today. So all you'll need is some dumbbells, preferably if you have two different weights, maybe a little heavier and a little on the lower side, that would be great. And we're going to be talking about entitlement versus gratitude today. So let's go ahead and get to our spots. We'll move our bodies, and we'll get warmed up. All right, so we're just going to be stepping side to side today as we move our bodies. We're going to do a nice 4 to 5 minute warm up. We're going to go upper body, lower body, front and back side. Okay, so let's go ahead and just open our chest, nice and easy. We'll be doing some chest presses, working our shoulders. All right, so entitlement, right? Entitlement is our worst enemy. Let's go ahead and bend our arms and do it. It steals your joy. It breeds resentment, discouragement, and dissatisfaction. Let's go ahead and do some shoulder circles. Go forward with it, as well as self-righteousness. What is entitlement? Let's go ahead and go backwards. Thumbs back. Entitlement is feeling like I deserve something, something that's earned, that God owes me. Let's go ahead and do some back slaps. Okay, just open up the chest. Here we go. That God needs to hook us up based on what we've done and how we've lived. Okay, it's very, very selfish. Okay, let's go ahead and reach up side to side. Okay, entitlement is a lot of kickback living. Like, hey, I did this for you, now do this for me. Because you're my friend, you should hook me up, right? Let's go ahead and grab our ankles, do some knee pulls, stretch that quadricep. Entitlement's like, I have a friend who works for the Blazers, and it's like, hey, you work for the Blazers and I'm friends with you, so I'm entitled to Blazers tickets, right? So it's this selfish mentality. Okay, let's go ahead and grab our ankle, do a little standing pigeon. Work that hip a little bit today. We're gonna be doing a lot of squats. Good. How you doing, Mimi? Getting loosened up. So Mimi's gonna take it down a little bit today for you. She's gonna do the modifications. Let's go ahead and do some hip circles again. Okay, out and in. There we go. All right, let's do the twist and pivot one more time. Let's loosen up that back. So entitlement is like a predator that you can't escape if we continue to feed it and negotiate with it. And a lot of what I'm talking about today, okay, let's go ahead and do some squats. So get a nice wide stance, point the toes out, and just come down. When you're doing our squats today, I want your chest up, okay? You want to be able to read your shirt, get your toes tracking out slightly, okay? Knees tracking with your toes as well. A lot of what I'm going to be talking about and sharing is from a book called Beyond the Battle. So it's written for men, okay? And it's kind of a marriage book, a rebuttal from another book. So if you love what you're hearing today, men, I want you to go out and buy that book, read it, okay? Digest it, and talk with God about it. All right, let's go ahead and do some step back lunges. Step back. Again, try to keep your knee in line with your ankle, chest up. But it's a predator we cannot escape if we continue to feed it. Right? We got to be careful how entitlement just creeps in. It's like a carbon monoxide leak that comes into our lives. We got to be aware of it. All right, let's go ahead and do some hip hinges. So we're gonna come down, nice and easy, just here, nice straight legs. As you are doing that, I'm gonna read a quote from the book that says, as humans, we feel like we deserve to have our desires met, and the quality of our lives revolve around us, that we believe we deserve to feel good at any cost. And this becomes the primary motivation for everything we do. Okay, let's go ahead and come down now on our hands. Come down to a push-up position. I want you to get into a push-up position, and I want you to come out of your shoulders a little bit. This is called a plus movement, working our shoulder girdle. We're gonna be doing this later today. Maybe do a few mountain climbers as well. Okay, and then walk our hands back into our feet. All right, how you feeling, Mimi? Bouncing around? Are you ready? Okay, ready to move. All right, so what we're gonna do, we have 4 different moves, right? We're gonna do a little strength circuit. We're gonna do them about 10 to 12 reps each. So I would suggest using your heavier weight here, Okay, and we're gonna go squats with our dumbbells on our side. Okay, we'll do chest or wide rows here on the back. So we're gonna try to bring our elbows out wide. Then we're gonna do deadlifts like we did in the warm-up. Okay, and then we're gonna come onto the ground. We're gonna do a push-up and then also do that plus movement. All right, so let's go ahead, grab your, actually before we do, I wanna read one more quote. And it says, instead of living with humility as forgiven sinners before a holy God, we live as if we deserve every bit of comfort we desire. And a lot of times, especially in our marriages, right? And so instead of realizing that this is all undeserved, entitlement says, I deserve this. I deserve this comfort. All right, we ready? Here we go. Starting those squats. Hips back, chest up, nice and slow and in control. Okay, you're getting your hips. Doesn't have to be 90 degrees, right? That's all right. You can come here. Okay, just keep your chest up. And remember, knees tracking with your toes. That's important. Okay, push your hips back. That's your first movement, is hips come back and chest is up. Okay, here we go. Let's do one more. Boom, down and up. Good. Now let's go to the wide rows. So hinge at the waist a little bit. I'm going to come over here to the side. Ready? Pull back. All right, 2, 3. Good job. Try to pinch up top. Don't go too fast. I want you to hold. I want you to feel that in your back. There you go. You got it. 3, 2. Here we go. One more. Nice job. Now we're going to go into those deadlifts. Again, I'm going to come to the side for this one. Feet about hip distance apart. Okay, hips come back. Slightly bend your knees. Flat back and come up. Okay, so you're here. Keep that back. You don't have to come all the way down to the ground with it. Okay, that's important, right? Don't strain and strive and think you got to go all the way down. You ain't got to do that. How are we doing, Mimi? All right, Mimi's great. What do we got, 4? Good. Here we go. We got one more move in this circuit, and then we repeat it. Okay, and that last one. All right, here we go. Now we're coming down to the ground to do some push-ups. You can do regular or modified. Mimi's going to show you the chair, or she's going to show the chair. I'm going to show you the modified on our knees first. Okay, let's do 10. So we're going to come down, up, and then push up out of your shoulder blade. That's 1. Let's nice and close. 2. So it's nice and slow. Right, working that shoulder girdle. All right, maybe you start modified here using the chair. Right, the first round, we're going to do 2 more of these. So maybe you find yourself pushing it, or maybe you're like, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to take it up. Here we go. 3 more. All right, 2. Last one. Here we go. All right, good. All right, now no break. This is kind of like a metabolic strength circuit. So we're going to jump right back in. Here we go, back into the squats. So get that weight, get set. Here we go, about 10. Nice and slow. Chest up. Good job. And hips back, hips come forward to finish. So where in your life have you operated that way? Where you've talked to God, you've talked to your wife, talked to your husband, your coworkers. I deserve this from them. They owe this to me, right? Think about that. Last one. All right, good. Here we go. Doing our rows. Hinge at the waist. Yeah, you can take a break, switch weights like Mimi did there. Here we go. Drive back. 1. Good. Pause at the top. Later, we're going to do narrow rows. So right now, we're working a different part of our back and our shoulder. Hey, remember trying to hold it. Here we go. 3 more. 2 more. We got it. Last one. All right, good. Woo! I'm feeling it. All right, here we go. We're going to go with that deadlift. Feet, shoulder width apart. Ready? Here we go. Hips back, flat back. Nice and easy. We don't need to rush this. All right? Strength is all about control. We want to make sure we're controlling the weight. Don't let the weight control you. Are you in control of it right now? Now let's talk about relationships. Like I said, it's a marriage book, but it doesn't just have to be applied to marriages. Okay, it can be son, daughter, brother, sister, friendship. How many? 2 more. Here we go. Thank you, Mimi. Man, I couldn't do this without Mimi. Okay, 1 more. Here we go. I missed my last one. Yeah, here we go. All right, push-up time again. Let's go. Come on. I'm going to go up from the top this time. Okay, you can follow me with the modifier. Here we go. Down, and then push up. 2, trying to get out of that shoulder blade. You got it. Try to get your elbows tracking back. You'll lift your head. Don't let your head drop down. Keep your neck in line with your spine on your push-up. Don't look under your body. Look straight out in front. Last one. Okay, nice flat back. Good. There's 2. We got one more round. Come on. One more round, then we got a minute break, you guys. You can do it. So back to the squats. Woo! Here we go. Let's do 11. Let's go 11 this last one. Here we go. Down. Slow and control. So with relationships, entitlement a lot of times shows itself when there's expectations, right? Expectations can breed resentment. And now when we have unrealistic expectations that aren't met, oh my goodness, then that really opens the door for entitlement. When you're placing unreal expectations on your spouse, last one, good, shake it off. It just leads to entitlement. And we have 2 options at that point. Let's go ahead and do the bent over rows. Here we go. Good job. Good job, Mimi. See how Mimi's just doing one arm at a time. That's one option. Whatever option you're doing it right. Make sure you're pinching at the top, not coming too fast. On the way down. All the way. Here we go, last one. All right. Good job. Now we got deadlift. All right. So our 2 options, I'm gonna go ahead and start our deadlift. Here we go. Is either when we have our unrealistic expectations that aren't met in whatever relationship we're in, we can either manipulate the other person into meeting our so-called needs that maybe aren't real needs, right? I'll be honest, men like to say, it's a need of mine, right? My sexual need. And that is not a need. Oxygen, water, food, that's a need, right? Those aren't needs. So if your husband or men, if you're saying that, relax. That is not the case. We do not manipulate our wives to have our needs be met. Okay, what are we on? Push-ups. So stay away from manipulating your husband, your wife, or whoever it is. That's not what we should be doing. Here we go, push-up pluses. Down, up, and come to the top. Right? You might have desires, but those aren't the same thing as needs, you guys. So be aware of that. Don't manipulate. Our other option is to realize we don't have any right to expect anything from anybody, right? That might sound pretty drastic, right? Here we go. Bonus. One more. Here we go. Oh, there we go. That's the last one. Yeah, that's round number 1. All right, so you have any right from anybody. Entitlement is a slave master, okay? It's trying to control you, and nothing can quench it. Nothing can satisfy it, okay? So the only way to be free, here's another quote from Noah Philippiak in Beyond the Battle. The only way to be free of its enslavement is to receive the sobering truth of what you deserve and of what you've received from Jesus instead. Realize, I should have said to pause this and go read Psalm 73. Maybe you do that. Read Psalm 73. Read Ephesians 2 about what we truly deserve, okay, and what we've received from God. Because apart from Jesus, the Bible's clear that we don't deserve anything except God's wrath apart from Him, right? Read Ephesians 2. We were dead, right? We were under God's wrath, under God's punishment. Romans 6:23, Romans 3:23. The wages of sin is death, right? That's what we have earned. That's what I've earned. So we need to understand that. And then we need to receive and realize that everything that we have is an undeserved gift from God. It's a gift of mercy. Everything we're talking. All right, here we go. Round number 2. We're going to do lunge pulses. So grab your weights. Everything, you guys. Can we let that sink in for a second? Okay, step back. We're going to go 11 pulses. Here we go. Down, up. Again, make sure your knee is tracking with your ankle, chest up. You can tap your knee down or come down as far as you're able to. You don't have to come all the way down. Okay? But let that sink in. right? So in the moment, how many more? 2, here we go, last one. Yeah, other side. Get set up, kind of like not straight behind, but come off to the side so you got your balance, okay? Here we go, other side. Like it says in this song, entitlement is never gonna be enough. It's never gonna satisfy you, okay? So we need to realize everything. In the moment, if you realize, man, I deserve the wrath of God. Last one, boom. But I can enjoy this cup of coffee. This is the best dang cup of coffee I've ever had in my life. This couch is the best couch that I've ever had in my life. If I can appreciate those things when I realize I don't deserve it. Okay, next thing, chest press. So we're gonna come back. I think so, yeah, here we go. On our backs, we're gonna press, and then we're gonna pulse up. So make sure your elbows are pointing closer to your hips. Don't go straight out on your chest press. And again, we're working that shoulder girdle by coming to the top. Okay, if you've ever had shoulder problems, you've been to physical therapy, all right, this maybe is a move that you've seen before. Okay, it's really good for your shoulders. Here we go. Last one. Here we go. Good, okay, now slowly get up. We're gonna grab that chair. We're gonna do a lawnmower row. So when we're doing this, we're gonna push like this, push out of your shoulder, and then we're gonna do our row. So again, we're gonna extend out and activate the back part of our shoulder here. Here we go, so extend out, and now we're gonna go right alongside of our side. Get your elbow alongside of our body. We can do 11 of these, maybe 12 of these. You got it, you guys are doing great. Nice flat back, again, pushing up, and then we'll switch, we'll do the other side. So whatever it is, right, you realize, man, I deserve God's wrath. Last one, I'm gonna switch and go to the other side this way. Your wife, your husband, in that moment you realize I don't deserve them, but I get to have them. They are an undeserved gift of mercy from God right now. It's important. We have thousands upon thousands of gifts of mercy every day. We just need to have eyes to see, you guys, to not be like, oh, I deserve this, or they get that. Here we go, last one. Okay, now we got, calf raise and tricep extension. So we're gonna start from here. Okay, we're gonna come up, bring your elbows forward, okay, at the same time. Okay, you can see Mimi's doing a wider grip. It's a little bit easier than keeping your hands together. Do a slight bend in your knees. Entitlement goes out the window, you guys, and gratitude and appreciation flood in, right? When you can realize these thousands of mercies that you get. Last one, here we go. All right, that's one round, right? We got one more to go, okay. Here we go. Get a little extra. Back to the lunge pulses. You guys are doing great, keep it up, hang in there, you're strong. Don't quit on me. You got this. Here we go. Chest up. Have gratitude that your body is able to move in whatever way it can move today. Appreciate that. I am so grateful. My arm's not hurting me. I've been battling some issues. I didn't have to wear my brace today. I'm grateful for that. Here we go. Last one. So acknowledge. One of the best ways to do this, I've been doing this since Thanksgiving. Every day, write down 3 things that you're grateful for. Every single day. We did that in a men's challenge event that I led for 21 days. People say it takes 21 days to make a habit. So that's my challenge for you guys. Here we go, last one. Woo! I'm feeling it on that one. Okay. All right, chest press. Here we go. You guys are doing great. Here we go, press. Now on top of that, so that's my challenge to you guys. 21 days straight. Make it a practice of writing down 3 things that you're grateful for. Again, push at the top here. You're doing that plus. So on top of acknowledging, we need to live pardoned. What does that mean to live pardoned? All right, last one. All right, here we go. Lawnmower row. Grab your chair. I'm gonna come to the side like this. Push off. Again, drive that elbow straight back. Nice flat back. I want you to recall a time you heard the gospel story, and maybe you've heard it. I want to picture this. Okay, you're on death row. You committed murder, adultery, theft. You fell short of the holy God. 2 more, here we go. So you're in jail. You're in prison, a dark, dirty cell. You're chained, but you deserve it because you fell short, right? You did not keep to the standards, keep to the laws. And so you know that any day now is your death sentence. You're gonna be dragged off and you're gonna be killed. However, the door opens and it's the judge standing at the door who sentenced you to die, okay? But instead of coming to you and leading you off, last one, all right, where are we at? Oh, calf raise, tricep extension. So remember, we're gonna start here, okay? You can come here with me or watch Mimi. Here we go, last one, then we get a break. Okay, so bend your knees, hold it. Instead of him leading you off to your death, he says, unbind him. Let my son go, let my daughter go. He is free. I will take his place. The one, the judge, the one who is holy and pure, he's taking your place. And as he takes your place, okay, you step outside. Here we go, 3, hold on, 1 more, here we go. There we go, there we go. That's it. Nice job. So I want you to envision that. You step outside, you see the sunlight, the fresh air. You embrace someone you love. How do you feel? How will you now live knowing that he took your place? He died instead of you. And he rose again, and he gives you identity now. So he took your place. He died. How will you live? What will you appreciate? What was your life now going to be consumed with relief and gratitude? That's what it means to live pardoned, knowing where you've come from. Okay, you got about 20 more seconds. Get some water. And we're going to do a little finisher. Okay, so got the clock. Aaron, would you mind starting the timer on the mid clock? Okay, so we're gonna go 4 minutes, and in the 4 minutes, we're gonna do like an AMRAP. Yes, they thank you, this is good. We're gonna do sumo squats. So if you want, you can get your lighter weight. We're gonna do reverse flies. We're gonna do a single leg extension, and then we're gonna do chest flies on the ground. So I'm gonna go with a little bit lighter weight on this one. Because of those reverse flies, you don't need a ton of weight. All right, ready? Starting with the sumo squat. We're only doing 6, okay? So your time, here we go. We're gonna come down. Get those knees pointed out. Just 6. Here we go. Last one. All right, then we're gonna go reverse flies. Here we go. So in our relationships, will you stop saying, if only my wife, or I wish my wife was more like this, my son, my daughter, my husband was more like this. Last one. Okay, side leg extension. We're doing 6. That's all entitlement talking. And don't lie and say you've never thought that. You've never compared people in your life to everybody else. Okay? Okay, other side. Here we go. Thank you, Mimi. All right, where have you done that? Because again, that's entitlement. Now, living pardoned, stop seeing people. Last one, here we go. We're gonna come down to the ground. We're gonna do chest flies. So bring your feet close to your body, slight bend in your elbows, okay? And then curl your hands at the top. So you want your arm not locked out straight, but fairly straight. And you wanna be closer to the bottom pec. Last one, and not your shoulders. Good, okay, let's do those again. We should be able to do all of them almost 3 times. Here we go, back to the sumo squat. So in our relationships, may we stop seeing people as they aren't. Like, hey, they aren't doing this for me, they're not meeting my expectations. Instead, is see them, last one, as complete, as whole. Okay, reverse flies. Here we go. So can we see the people in our lives as whole, complete, not lacking anything, right? Because they're in Christ. Yes, they're flawed. They're not perfect. Okay, what's next? Side leg lift. Here we go. We're almost done, guys. Hang in there. Got about 90 more seconds. Doing great. We can see them as gifts of mercy. Last one, switch, other side. As we see them as a gift of mercy, your son, your daughter, your wife, or your husband, your boss, we celebrate them with gratitude, not pick at where they're not meeting your standards. Chest flies, everybody. Hey, and if you want to go ahead of us, you know the moves, right? Feel free to work quicker than us, but just control that weight. We're almost done. We got less than a minute. We're going to come back up and do a couple more moves, and then we'll cool down. Come on, finish well. All right, sumo squat. So entitlement says, my wife is a wretch. My son, my husband is a wretch. Living pardoned says, I'm the wretch. I am the one in need of a Savior right now. It's me. It's not self-righteously saying the other person. Here we go, reverse flies. This will be our last move. Here we go. Nice job. 2, 3, 4. Hold it a little bit longer. Hold it. 2 more. 5. Ready? Last one. Yes. Good. Nice job. Way to go, Mimi. Yeah. We're done. Now we get to stretch. We get to stretch a little bit. All right. So get some water. Living pardoned also means we need to forgive people as we've been forgiven, right? Colossians 3:13. We need to forgive others the way that you have been forgiven. Make allowance for each other's faults. Don't live self-righteous. Matthew 18. Show the mercy that you've been shown. The unmerciful servant, what does he do? He's been forgiven. We're talking millions upon millions of dollars of debt. Unrealistic, crazy amount. And then he goes and finds someone who also owes him money. And what does he do? He demands it from him. He does not show any mercy. He's self-righteous. You know what that says? It says that he received it a little. He received just a little of that crazy amount of love that was there. He only received a tad bit. And when you only receive a nickel's worth of grace, it doesn't bring much change at all. But if we want to receive the whole thing, we are overwhelmed and it repostures us. Okay, so as we think about this song, let's go ahead and cool down. Inhale. All right, just kind of up and down here a little bit. Inhale again. Think about how much grace we have received. As we come up this time, let's go ahead and do some cactus arms, slight back bend. May we not forget the ridiculous amount of debt that we've been forgiven. So much, okay? So much debt. Okay, let's go ahead and step forward, turn your back foot off slightly, and bring your arm across, stretch your shoulder. I want to tell you, listen to me right now. Listen, don't forget it. Don't focus on what other people are owing you, okay? Bring your elbow here. Don't focus solely on, again, how other people are letting you down. We need you to focus on the debt that you've been forgiven. Focus on that. Okay, switch, other side. Bring that arm across. Never take your eyes off of it. Realize what you've done, right? Realize how far you were from God and the wrath of God that was right at in front of you, and you'll be changed. Realize it for you. Realize that you are the wretch, but in the rest of Ephesians 2, he steps in, and we get the beautiful gift of mercy and grace. It's a gift, nothing that we could do to earn it. Let's go ahead and bring our feet together. Come down, bend your right leg and extend your right arm down and bring your left arm up. Add a little twist. I'm going to have you hold there for a minute while I keep talking to you. Hey, we need to understand that. And to truly break free of entitlement, yes, let's go ahead and switch to the other side with Mimi. We need to look at Jesus. Philippians 2:5-8. We need to talk about that a little bit here. So let's go ahead and come down in a forward fold. Okay, and then walk our hands back here. Come to our stomach. Let's do a little up dog. Push up. Hey, hands under your chest. Oh, yes, we need to look at Jesus. Go ahead and sit back in a child's pose. I want you in a modified push-up position, so hands out in front of you, and then come back and sit and bring your hips back. Okay, stay there with Mimi. So the only one entitled to have everything work out the way that he wanted, the only one who was deserving, what did he do? He gave it all up for us. The quote from the book says, the person who was titled to everything rejected what was rightfully his. Let's go ahead and walk our hands from side to side, Mimi. So we'll go to one side of the mat, stretch those lats. The only one, right? He rejected what was rightfully his so that we who are not entitled to anything could gain what we have no right to. Think about that. The person who was entitled to everything rejected what was rightfully his so that we who are not entitled to anything could gain what we have no right to. Let's go ahead and roll over to a side and we're going to stretch our quads a little bit here. Grab the ankle and pull back. You see, loving people only if they live up to your standards, that's not how Jesus did. That is not the kickback love. Oh my goodness. And we should be so thankful for that. Amen. Let's switch to the other side. Because we would be in a world of trouble if that's how it was. So think, again, where have you been applying the kickback mentality? If I do this, they'll give me this, or I deserve this, or God, I need this. Where in your life? And where can we flip the script and turn it into gratitude? Okay, go ahead and come to our backs. You're going to kind of follow Mimi. She's just going to grab her knees a little bit, rock side to side. I'm going to come back to Psalm 73 while you guys are stretching on your backs and doing whatever you need to do. And I want to just read a little bit of Psalm 73 as you guys are cooling down. And you can see the entitlement mentality. The psalmist says, did I keep my heart pure for nothing, God? Did I keep myself innocent for no good reason? He sees other people prospering. He's like, I've been doing it right, God. Why am I not receiving your blessings? But then he comes to his senses and he says, I tried to understand it. What a difficult task. Then I went into your sanctuary, oh God. You get that? Then I went and I sat with you, God. And sitting with you, I get understanding. And as he was sitting, God revealed to him, he says, I realized that my heart was bitter and I was torn up inside with this entitlement. I was so torn up thinking that I deserve this. I was so bitter, but this is beautiful. He says, yet I still belong to you and you hold my right hand. Even when we spit in God's face and we say, hey, you owe me this, he's still there and he's holding your right hand. And then he comes to his senses even more as he's seeking whatever else to bring him fulfillment and feeling like he's entitlement. These people have this, maybe these people have this car, they have this job, they have this house, they got this looking wife or husband or this, whatever it is. They can lose weight, I can't. Why? He says, whom do I have in heaven but you? And earth has nothing I desire besides you. You get that? Nothing else matters. Though my heart and my flesh and everything else around me may fail, God, you are the strength of my heart. You are my portion forever. You are my power source. You are what satisfies me. And he says, how good is it? As for me, how good is it to be near God? I'm thankful that I can just be near you, God. I have made the sovereign Lord my shelter. How good is that? Can we realize that that is gooder? That is gooder than anything else. Yes, I just used the word gooder. That is gooder and better and bestest than anything else that we feel like is going to satisfy us. You guys, I've been there. You know why I'm telling you all this? Because this spoke to my heart. This spoke to me and how I was living that kickback mentality. This is owed to me. These are my needs. And I realized, oh my gosh, God, I had it so wrong. And so I just ask and plead with you that you would join me and say, I'm sorry, God. I'm sorry that we've had it wrong. I'm sorry I've had a bitter heart. Restore the joy of your salvation and help me to see that there's nothing else besides you. And I worship you with gratitude, as the song says. We throw up our hands. We can praise you for our wives, for our husbands, for our sons, for our daughters, for our sisters, our brothers, our parents, for our bosses, for our jobs, for our homes, for our bodies. We can praise you for what is, not what is not. And all we can do, because we realize that we are wretches without you. Help us never forget the weight that has been forgiven, that we would never grow self-righteous towards anyone else. Make allowance for each other's faults. Forgive anyone who offends you. So Lord, equip us, remind us, help us to have this in our hearts and go and live a life of gratitude, writing down and show our appreciation for those around us. Come on, my soul. Lift up your thankfulness. In the name of Jesus, we pray. So RevWell TV, yesterday I was just reminded as I hear someone's testimony, just here in the studio, of how powerful, how important this ministry is, you guys. It is changing lives. Chains are falling off, even with people 50, 60, 70 years old who've lived in bondage. Okay, through this ministry, by the grace of God, chains are breaking because of the truth about people's bodies, about people's hearts, about their identities. And I just ask it, if it has touched you, and even if it hasn't, just know that it is doing good work. And would you consider partnering with us and seeing the lives changed around you? Would you share this? Would you be an evangelist and just share this with somebody else? So go in peace. Don't live in entitlement. Live as a pardoned son and daughter of God, full of gratitude. Thank you, Mimi. Thank you guys for joining us. Go in peace.